Welcome to La Fortuna, Costa Rica. Costa Rica might be inexpensive by some standards, but it is the most expensive country in Central America. The tourism industry here has been growing for quite some time, and for good reason. It's an amazing country with so much to see and do. In this video, we're talking about 3 free things to do in La Fortuna.
We're Jenna and Jeremy.
After 14 months of RV life, we sold the RV and booked a one-way flight to travel the world.
Follow our adventures as we explore more of our incredible planet Earth.
Don't forget to press that subscribe button and turn on post notifications for weekly travel videos.
You can find us on Instagram and TikTok. Quench your adventure. Now on to the good stuff.
Fun fact, we spent about $39 per person per day during our 37 days in Costa Rica. 3 weeks of that time was spent here in La Fortuna, staying in a 2-bedroom apartment we found on Airbnb. You can click right up here if you want a tour of that place. While in La Fortuna, we did spend a couple $100s on a few tours and things, but we also enjoyed the free stuff, so let's get to it. Number 1, and my personal favorite, El Salto Rope Swing. Just a 20-minute walk directly south of town will take you here. You can't miss it thanks to the bridge, the parked cars, and the locals who have set up shop selling fresh coconut water and grilled meat sticks by the bridge. Don't forget to look up into the trees by the bridge, and you just might get lucky and see a sloth scratching his belly. Even if you don't want to brave the swing or even get in the chilly water, this is still a fun spot to hang out, people watch, and enjoy some nature.
Jeremy is about to go swinging.
I love jumping and backflipping off of different sections of rock, but what I really wanted to do was backflip off the swing. I saw some people do it and it looked easy enough, but I admit I was scared and held off. 3 weeks later, on our very last day in La Fortuna, I went for it, and it worked. In this clip, you can see a bunch of people here as it's a popular spot, especially on the weekends, but you can also take the trail just a couple minutes further and potentially find a spot of your very own to enjoy the river. So I jogged here maybe 4 or 5 times a week and even found the free River Rock gym you see here. Staying in shape while traveling full-time is all about getting creative and being opportunistic. Sounds like a fun challenge to me. Honestly, I'm just trying to keep up with those ants that are carrying up to 20 times their own body weight. Fun fact, for humans, that'd be the equivalent of nearly 4,000 pounds. Moving on to free thing number 2, natural hot springs. This spot is also listed on Google Maps and is literally called Free Natural Hot Springs River. It's a 16-minute drive from town, and if you have a car, you might have to pay a few bucks to park, so one could argue it's not totally free.
All right, guys, the free natural hot springs near Tabacon, along the side of the road here. You can kind of pay to park. There's like a parking attendant. I think it's super cheap. I don't know how official it is, but you know, whatever, you just do it. So it looks pretty random and unofficial, just some chains and a little rocky walkway, some garbage. But the springs are really nice, and of course, it's free, gratis, so we like that.
Costa Rica is already a hot place, and I did not think hot springs would be all that comfortable, but it was really nice, and we were actually trending upstream to find the slightly warmer water. We also went in the morning when it was slightly cooler and less crowded. Many of the tours, including one that we did, will stop at the springs, normally in the afternoon I think, so it's nice to go early. Here's a list of what to bring and some extra info. A small backpack, travel towel, sandals or water shoes, taxi cash, maybe sunscreen, a bathing suit of course you'll want to wear it because there's no bathrooms or changing rooms. There's this little trail that helps you walk a bit further upstream, and if you get too warm, there's also a cold stream that merges into the heated volcanic river. For our first visit here, we actually had a photographer find us on Instagram and asked if we'd be open to a photo shoot. We said, why the heck not? An important note about leaving the hot springs if you do not have a car. We came via taxi, but we did not pay or tell that taxi driver to stay, so when it came time to leave, we had no way out. There is some Uber service here, and we have international data, but at the hot springs, we had no service.
No cell service down by the free hot springs, so we're kind of walking near Tabacon, and the service is starting to pick up just a little bit, but not quite enough to use Uber yet, so we're just trying to grab a taxi if we see one.
We ended up making the most of this pit stop and took a short walk around the beautiful property, and we were lucky enough to stumble upon a family of pisotes or coatimundis. Good times. Lastly, we have free thing number 3, walking around. This might be simple and obvious, but it's the best way to get to know a place, and it's a great way to stay in shape. Here's our apartment in Barrio Pilo, and here's the view from above. Even if you're not staying here, you should take a walk through here on your way to or from El Salto Rope Swing. It's just interesting to see the local community, say hello to people, meet some dogs, maybe a puppy, cats, kids, birds, plants. You could stop by Vikingo's food truck and grab a snack from Ruth. This time lapse was taken right on the edge of the neighborhood, just a couple streets from our place. Walking in town is great as well. Sometimes there are parades and the Central Park is very beautiful. That's it for this one, guys. 3 free things to do in La Fortuna, Costa Rica. We really hope this video was entertaining and helpful. Thank you so much for watching and stay tuned for weekly travel videos. Peace. All right, we got this trail of leafcutter ants. We got really cool plants, caballos, horses. Volcano, can't quite see because of the clouds. Es bonita, es lindo.
You too, though.